Are you looking to purchase a home in Delaware and need help with down payment and closing costs? Well, you're in luck. There's a great program called the DSHA First State Home Loan Down Payment Assistance Program. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Prime Residential Mortgage, and I'm going to cover everything you need to know about this program and tell you exactly how to apply. So the program gives you 3% towards your down payment and or closing costs when you're purchasing a home. Now, in order to qualify, there's a couple things you have to be aware of. Number one is you have to be purchasing a home in the state of Delaware, and it must be your primary residence. Now, you do not have to currently live in Delaware. You just have to be buying in Delaware. You have to have a minimum 620 credit score to apply for the program, and that applies to anybody that's going on the loan. So if there's a husband and a wife, husband's got the 620, the wife doesn't, then you can't apply unless you take the wife off the loan, only apply with the husband. The next big thing is you must be under the household income limits for the program. Now, the household income limits are based off a couple factors. One, which county in the state of Delaware you're buying in. Two, how many people are in the household. And three, which mortgage loan program you pick. So DSHA has two loan programs to pick from. And if you're going to use the First State Home Loan Down Payment Assistance, you must use DSHA's First Mortgage Loan Program. So what are the two programs? First one is the Welcome Home Loan Program. This is a great program, has below market interest rates, but you must be a first-time home buyer, and the income limits are lower on that program. Now, if for any reason you don't qualify for the Welcome Home First Mortgage, then you can qualify for the Home Again Mortgage Program. You do not have to be a first-time home buyer, and the income restrictions are higher. So what are the income restrictions? Again, if you're buying in Newcastle County, then you want to use the Welcome Home Program with the below market interest rates. If you're a 1 to 2 person household, you can't make more than $114,700. If you're a 3 or more household, you can't make more than $131,905. Now, if you go to Kent or Sussex, the income limits get lower. For the Welcome Home 1 to 2 person, you can only make up to $106,300. If you have 3 or more, you can go up to $122,245. So if you look in Newcastle County and get approved and switch to Sussex or Kent, you got to make sure you still qualify because the income limits are lower. Now, if you're over those income limits, you could still qualify for the First Start Down Payment Assistance Program by using the Home Again program. The income restrictions for the Home Again program are higher. So if you're in Newcastle County and you want a 1 or 2 person family household, the income limit is $137,650. For a 3 or more household in Newcastle County, it's $172,50. Now, if you go to Kent or Sussex, it's a little bit lower. 1 to 2 is $127,560. And if you're 3 or more, you can go up to $159,450. So that is the income restrictions, which is the biggest challenge for qualifying for the two big things. Credit score 620, must be under the household income limit. It must be buying in Delaware as a primary residence. Now, there's some other slight guidelines you got to be aware of. If you want a manually underwritten loan, if your loan needs to be manually underwritten, they raise the minimum credit score to 660. And all borrowers must attend 8 hours of HUD-approved credit counseling unless your credit score is 660 or higher. So 660 or higher, no counseling. 659 down to a 620, you must take 8 hours of HUD-approved counseling prior to closing and get a certificate. Now, the details of the program, it's 3% of the first mortgage loan amount. So let me explain how much that would be. So let's say you're buying a house for $350,000. You're going to use the DSHA Welcome Home First Mortgage, and then you've got to pick a mortgage type. There's 4 mortgage types: FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional. So let's say you're doing the Welcome Home FHA loan type, and you're going to use the First State Home Loan Down Payment Assistance Program. So how much do you get? Well, if you're buying a house for $350,000, FHA requires a down payment of 3.5%, which is $12,250. So your FHA loan amount with your FHA mortgage insurance premium financed in would be $343,660. So you get 3% of that. So you would get $10,309.80 from the First State Home Loan Down Payment Assistance Program to help you. Now, it is a loan. It is not a grant and is not forgivable. But the good news is it's 0% interest and there's no required payments as long as you're living in the house. So it's what we call a silent second. They record it. The money's there. So if you stay there for 10 years and then you decide to sell the house, that's when you'd pay back, in this case, the $10,309. Okay. Now, you can certainly make payments ahead of time, but if it's 0% interest, I don't know why you would. The eligible property types, most of your properties qualify: single family residence, townhomes, row homes, warrantable condos. You can do a double wide manufactured home with the FHA loan only, but you have to have a 660 credit score. And on the government ones, FHA, VA, USDA, you can do 2 to 4 units. Conventional, you can only do 1 unit. Ineligible, no investment properties, no second homes, no non-warrantable condos, no co-ops, no mobile homes on leased land. Those require a special loan called a chattel loan. If you have questions on that, certainly reach out to me. So that is what you need to know about the program, the DSHA First State Home Loan Down Payment Assistance Program. So the last thing is, how do you apply? How do you find out if you qualify? Well, you must go through an approved lender by DSHA. The John Thomas team with Prime Residential Mortgage, we're one of their approved lenders. So the easiest thing to do is give us a call, 302-703-0727. Or you can even get started right online. Go to www.prmiloanapplication.com. I look forward to seeing you with the keys to your new home.